Isang magandang Huwebes sa inyong lahat. Ito po ang December 16, 2021 Simbang Gabi edition ng The Stock Market Today. 9 days to go na lang. Pasko na. Ito po ang inyong lingkod, Benji Chodoro. Ako po ay isang retired bank officer na nagsimula mag-invest sa Philippine stock market noong 2007, and I do this report every day, which I started August of last year. I also report the latest news on your favorite and most active stocks. If you like the content, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. And if you have stocks in mind that you want reviewed, please comment on the comment box and I will prioritize. Ang ating financial news ay tungkol sa Solar Philippines. Kasama po ang ating financial headlines at ang resulta ng trading sa ating PSE ngayong araw, December 16, 2021, dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. So let's go to our headlines, and this is courtesy of the Business Mirror. Yan po, no? So Cebu Pacific cancels flights due to Tropical Storm Odette. So nasa southern portion of the Philippines po siya, nasa Mindanao. And Cebu Pacific cancels the flights, and I'm sure some of the airlines flying the route also canceled flights, no? PNOC, EC, that's PNOC Oil Company Exploration Corp, withholds consent to sale of Malapaya stake. And then we have Solar Philippines unit IPO 2 times oversubscribed. Ito po yung ating main news. Then ICTSI, ito po yung International Container Terminal Services, to beef up Mexico capacity. Chowking to open new store in New Jersey. And then we have Converge plans to invest 200 million in cable system. So let's now go to our main news. Ito pong Solar Power Philippines IPO 2 times oversubscribed. Ang listing date po nito ay tomorrow. The initial public offering or IPO of Solar Philippines Nueva Ecija Corp or SPNEC, a unit of Solar Philippines Inc., was almost 2 times oversubscribed ahead of its market debut by the end of the week, which is tomorrow, according to its underwriter. SPNEC's IPO was oversubscribed, receiving 5.3 billion in orders for 2.7 billion offering, with strong demand from investors who want exposure to the first pure-play solar company to list on the PSE. Abacus Capital and Investment Corp said. Ito po yung underwriter, no? The company's IPO was already sized at the maximum of its indicative range of 2.7 billion shares, priced at 1 peso apiece. At the said price, the company's market capitalization will reach 8.2 or 8.12 billion. We are grateful for the public's faith in our ability to turn this PowerPoint into a power plant and hope our work can live up to these expectations, Solar Philippines Chairman Leandro Leviste said. SPNEC is the PSE's 10th and possibly final listing for the year. It is the first company to list under the supplemental listing and disclosure rules for renewable energy companies approved by the PSE in 2011, which provides exemption from the PSE's track record and operating history requirements. To date, SPNEC is at the pre-operating stage and has not commenced commercial operations. Proceeds of the IPO will be used to complete the first 50 megawatt of the project and acquire land to expand the project beyond 500 megawatts in support of SPNEC's ambition to develop the largest solar project in Southeast Asia. Prime Infrastructure Holdings Inc., a company owned by billionaire Enrique Razon, earlier announced its $3.5 billion investment for a 50% stake in 3 solar projects with a total of 340 megawatts that will be developed by Solar Philippines. These solar projects are located in the provinces of Tarlac, Batangas, and Cavite. Solar Philippines has indicated that its strategy is now focused on helping the country's power companies enter the solar market by making available project sites as it has developed over the years. Okay, so that's news for the day. So meron palang investment dito si Mr. Razon, ano? So let's now take a look at the Philippine Stock Exchange and the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. But before I get to that, let me get into some of the comments of our subscriber. Sabi ni Makiuso, "Hi, nice video. Mega World naman." Okay, we'll do Mega World. "Thank you, sir. What's happening to KEEPR?" Sabi ni Enrico Gonzalez. Okay, let's do KEEPR also. Although I was taking a look at the news kanina, wala pong ganong news on KEEPR, no po? So let's take a look na lang at the technicals on KEEPR. So let's now go to the Philippine Stock Exchange and the Philippine Stock Exchange Index on how it fared today. Okay, let's take a look and put up our indicators. Wow, there's volume today, huh? There was a bounce on the index, gaining 100.68 points or 1.41% up. 7233.26 po yung ending ng index. And yesterday it lost 109 points. Now it gained 100. So neto-neto ay nakabawi po today, you know? Yung candlestick po niya ay green candlestick, which is almost equal to the red candlestick the previous day. Ang differential lang po ay meron pong volume. Ang ibig sabihin po nito ay in the coming days, maaari pong tumaas yung index because the volume indicator is a powerful indicator. In the meantime, yung ating support for the index is still at 100, the 100-day exponential moving average at 7051 or close to 7,000 level. Now, on the market summary naman, ay 100 companies ang nag-advance, 65 ang bumaba, 63 ang hindi nagbago. Ang all-share index naman po ay tumaas ng 1.41% or 53.52 points up. Lahat ng ating sectoral indices po ay positive, led by services at 2.8%, followed by the industrials at 1.54%. So let's now take a look. Yung ating most active stocks ay ating i-analyze, and this is led by your request. Ito po yung KEEPR, MEG, na request po ng ating mga subscribers. Then silipin po natin si BDO. There is a lot of talk on BDO nowadays. Then si MONDE, si Metrobank, at si TEL. Okay, so we'll be looking at 6 stocks. Unahin po natin si KEEPR. Okay, si KEEPR po ay ended at 137 but it lost 3 centavos today. So 230 po ang kanyang IPO, I believe, di ba? So dito nung IPO day or yung listing date niya ay bumaba po ng mababa talaga, 185 ang high, pinaka-high niya, no? Pero tingnan po natin yung 5-minute chart, no? I can't make anything out of this. Yan po ang 5-minute chart ni KEEPR, and based on the 5-minute chart ay pababa po ang kanyang movement, ano? The price is even much lower than the IPO price. The market is moving the price downwards. Probably, tingin ko po ay market sentiment lang po ito. Tinitingnan ko po yung news ay 23 days ago pa yung last news report ng KEEPR, ano po? So, patuloy pong bumababa. Kung meron po kayong information about it, ay just let me know, no? Wag lang po chismis, ano po? But kung meron pong solid information about it, please let me know. Kasi pagka chismis po, baka ma-accuse po tayo ng fake news. Ayaw po natin nun. Okay. So, yan po si KEEPR, which is bearish at the moment. But based on a 5-minute chart lang po ito. Tingnan natin yung 15, if can make ganun din eh. So, it's downwards pa rin yung kanyang movement based on a 15-minute chart, 30-minute, we still can't make anything of it. Pero more or less 5-minute chart would tell the story already na pababa po siya. Okay? And then, I couldn't put the support and resistance. I usually do that on a 1-day chart. So, 5-minute chart, mukhang very vaguely po yung galaw ng mga indicators po natin. Then, si MEG. So, put up the 1-day chart. Sa 1-day chart, okay, bearish po siya, although it ended with a green candlestick. Ngayon po, yung movement ng ating mga indicators, yung 20, 50, and 100-day exponential, piercing through the candlestick, meaning for the past week or two, it has been moving sideways. So, yung ating support, nandito po sa area to, mababa po ng konti, Nandito po sa 3 pesos, yung kanyang support. So, almost, ito po, yung support level na po yung presyo niya ngayon, while the resistance, nandito po sa area to, sa 335. Yung pinaka-resistance po niya, although there is another resistance here that I see, itong area pong ito, sa 321. Yung isa po sa 335 to 340 po, yung next resistance level. Yan po yung nakikita ko kay MEG. Pero kung fundamentals po ang pag-uusapan natin, si MEG, ang presyo po niya ay nasa 450 po. Or an approximate upside of 48%. So maganda po yung upside po ni MEG based dito sa fundamentals. Pero pagdating po sa technicals, bearish po ang kanyang sentiment based on our RSI and as we see our indicators on the price of the stock. And then BDO had been the talk of the town for laman ng news because of the hacking, Yan po, meron po siyang cash dividend. Pero when the news came out last Monday, December 13, ay nag-bounce po siya with M100 acting as support. Second day, tumaas pa rin. Nagkaroon ng doji dito or I don't know what you call this, a very thin-bodied candlestick. Ngayon ay nagkaroon siya ng red candlestick. Okay? BDO, biktima ng BDO hack, dehado umano sa quick claim. Talagang dehado. Lahat naman ng dokumento pinipirma nyo sa bangko, dehado kliyente doon. It protects the bank. Actually, it more of protects the bank, yung promissory notes na pinipirmahan, yung mortgages na pinipirmahan, kahit na anong dokumento na pirmahan mo sa bangko, laging pabor sa bangko yan. And that includes quit claim. Hindi naman bagong dokumento ang quit claim. Matagal na dokumento na yan, Tapos, kawawa naman, I sympathize with BDO, Kasi galing din po ako sa bangko, I'm not trying to protect BDO, but that's the reality. Kahit na anong bangko po kayo magpunta at pipirma po kayo ng dokumento, lalo na po kung fine print, yung maliliit na nakasulat doon, lahat doon pabor sa bangko. They try to protect the bank, yung mga legal department nga mga bangko, yun lang ang trabaho niya para ma-protectionan ang bangko. At syempre, protectionan din ang mga kliyente, but it's more of protecting the bank rather than clients. Yun po. Kasi syempre, pagka nagkaroon ng asunto o nagkaroon ng court case, syempre, dokumento titignan Di ba? So, biktima ng hack, dehado umano. Talagang dehado. Any document that you sign with the bank, dehado po kliyente. Yun po ang aking masasabi as a former officer of a bank. Okay? Ewan po kayo magugulat dyan. Talagang dehado po ang kliyente. What do you have? You have no choice, di ba? You'll have to sign. Or you can sign in protest kung babasahin mo talaga yung fine print. Pero mga standard, ano na po yan eh. Mga standard documents na po yan. Kahit na anong bangko, hindi lang po BDO ah. Kahit na mo pong bangko, BPI, Metrobank, whatever bank in the Philippines, may legal department po yan. I'm not trying to protect the banking system or BDO. Talagang ganon. Eh kasi nga, o auditing niya ng BSP, sabi ng BSP, o bakit kulang yung ano mo, kulang yung protection mo for the bank. Lagyan mo ng ganitong clause. Ganon eh, di ba? Pagka nag-audit ang BSP, magko-comment ang BSP, o bakit ganito ang nilagay mong provision dyan. It doesn't protect the bank. Yan po ang reality. Okay po? So, BDO ay support pa rin to. And yung 100-day EMA is at 120 and the resistance is here at 133. Okay? Yun po ang nakikita ko sa BDO. But BDO is a dynamic and a leader in the banking industry. Kasi dati po si BPI ang leader niya eh. So nag-rise si BDO. No? And it is now the biggest bank in the Philippines. And of course, ang masasabi ko lang kasi dyan sa hacking na yan, it can happen to any system. Eh. Kasi there is no perfect system. I'm not trying to defend anybody ha. There is no perfect system. In fact, merong nang merong hinahire mga bangko na legitimate hackers. Alam niyo po yun? Na i-hire yan ng bangko and that legitimate hacker will try to hack the system of the bank. Tinetest niya kung ma-hack niya. So just my 2 cents worth. So yan po, no? 133 po ang resistance. Tapos punta naman tayo kay MONDE. Okay, si MONDE naman ay nag-recover from a red candlestick yesterday pero bearish sentiment pa rin po. 59 or 40 po, 40.60 which is a bearish number yung kanyang RSI. So it has been moving sideways, but right now the sentiment is bearish as our indicators are under the candlestick. Yung support po ay nandito po sa area to, nasa 1560. Resistance is here, near this level, at 19 to 20 pesos. 19 to 19.20 yung resistance level po niya. Okay? And then after MONDE, MBT, another bank. Yan, engulfing green candlestick. It's an engulfing green candlestick. And tingnan nyo po yung trend ni MBT. Pataas po. And the EMA 50 is acting as our support. Similar to the index. EMA 50 din po ang nag-aakas support dun eh. So, it's an engulfing green candlestick and the trend is upwards. Ngayon, yung EMA 50 is at 49.74 which is the perceived support while the resistance is this level, ano? Nasa 52.60. When I talk of support and resistance, these are not exact points, but these are areas. MBT, Metrobank sees substantial GDP boost from 2022 pulse. Tama po yung kanyang assessment dyan. Kasi magkakaroon, ngayon pa lang meron ng spending for advertisements, political ads. Marami po yun. Tsaka you have a spot on TV, 30-minute spot on TV. Hundreds of thousands of pesos yun for a 30-second spot. Okay. And then finally, we have TEL. Si TEL, wow! Umakyat siya, oh, and a little above average, but napakalaki nung kanyang jump, oh, 88 pesos or 5.11% jump. At titingnan nyo po yung trend ni TEL ay paakyat, ano? And this is a definite trend, no? An upward trend na matagal na natin inaantay, no? Silipin nga natin si Glow if it has a similar. Yan, ganun din si Glow, eh, oh. Nag-jump din siya, no? Ng a lot, no? 8.89, mas malaki nga si Glow, eh. Pero si TEL had a larger had a larger volume, ano? So 1810, 88 pesos or 5.11%. And our support for TEL is at 1659 or 1660 or close to that area, while the resistance ay pwede nating ilagay sa area to. Ito po. Actually, na-breach na po yung previous resistance niya. This is a new high, ano? Yan po yung previous resistance, 1751. Yung 1810 is a 52-week high. Sabi ko na nga ba, 1810. Yan yung 52-week high niya. So, yung previous resistance ang na-breach, yung 1750. Okay? So, that's good news for TEL. And by the way, kung TEL pa ang pag-uusapan natin, ang kanyang fundamental price ay nasa 1930 or mga more or less mga 10%, 8 to 10% upside pa po si TEL. Of course, Mega World has a 48% upside based on yesterday's prices. San Miguel Food and Beverage is 46%. Metro Pacific has the highest actually. 71% rather. 71% upside si Metro Pacific. Siya yung merong pinakamataas na upside among the index stocks. Okay? So yan po ang ating report sa stock market December 16, simbang gabi, simula ng Pasko. Sabi po ni Lucio San Pedro. Ito po si Benji Chidoro nagpapaalala, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Stay safe. God bless. Bye for now.